Hello and welcome to the Southern Hockey Network as we get set for puck drop. We've got two games for you today. Starting it off, we've got the Moose and the Bearsharks. Following it up is going to be, oh my goodness, already a drive in by Godfrey.
Looking like we're going to have a great game right off the rip here.
Two really good teams. Bearsharks coming off of a loss, looking to get back in the win column.
Although something does feel a little off tonight. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are missing a key component of the Polk athletic.
Nope, we are not going to get this early in the game. We're not going to say it. I'm not going to mention it. If they notice, they notice. If they don't, they don't. And our second game of the evening is going to be the Ice Brothers taking on the Ugly Pucklings as this one fired towards the net by Godfrey. Now escapes the zone. Witt with it.
Great dump in. Again, Bearsharks coming out strong, looking clean in those great looking jerseys.
As now it's trapped in the corner, trying to flip it out are the Bearsharks.
It's a great early night. A lot of fans out tonight. We've got 30 in attendance so far.
You know, there was a family skate before this, so if you're looking to come out on a Friday night, get some ice time, get out there with the family, and then you get to catch a beer league game after. There's just nothing better to do on a Friday. I was out there today. I'm going to average 37 falls, I think, in my first beer league season. No goals, just 37 falls.
I think you got at least one in you.
You think I got one goal in me?
One goal.
You're giving me too much credit.
Big hit center ice, taking the player off the puck there.
As now Witt tried to drive in, had it taken away.
Good dangles with the hands. His hands are getting better every game.
Every game continues to be a big part of this Moose offense, even though he's playing it from the blue line.
And I got to say, the lettuce coming out the back of that helmet, look at that flow. I can't watch the game. I'm just watching the flow.
You know, it's distracting out there as Mercadante now with the puck flips it up. The first time I've seen Batman on the ice this year. I've seen the name on the roster. I don't know the real name. I just know it says Batman on the roster.
And we have our first two falls, 2 for 1, starting off the game.
Now that one passed towards the slot. Jason Ash waiting for that one. Had the stick down on the ice. And now Batman the other way, trying to provide some boost and serve some justice here on the Polk Athletic Complex ice.
What a great defensive play there, stopping that puck from the slot.
That was Mercadante sitting waiting on that one. Now Barley with it, trying to skate it in, stick checked. And now up the other way are the Bearsharks. Driving in towards the slot.
There's an opportunity. Oh.
And a good stick. Defensively, still a shot. That one goes wide of the net.
I must say, that was a great play by the defenseman.
Got Brett Newmeyer in between the pipes today, and everyone's well-known goaltender. I'll let you sing the song.
Papa Shark do 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 do. Papa Shark do do. Absolutely a beast in between those pipes.
There's a key part is a shot there goes wide of the net from the Bearsharks. Haven't had a whistle in almost over 2 minutes.
It's a great start to the game so far. A lot of action.
Love to see good pace of play by both sides. As now drives in, Newmeyer is gonna get the whistle.
Oh, we have a bit of a tussle in front of the net there. Nothing going to come from it, but that was a good play. Nice pass right through the crease. Goalie did a great reaction to make that puck keep it out of the net so we get a face-off to his right. It's a great night out here at the Polk Athletic Center. You guys going to come out, grab some good drinks, grab some good food, come watch some free hockey. It's a great night.
The Lightning are playing. It's on at the rink. I mean, where else would you want to watch some hockey, especially some NHL and some AHL beer league hockey? As a shot in on Newmeyer, he'll make a save.
That was a great little shot, walking it in from the point, taking all that empty space. Get a great shot on goal. I'm not going to lie, a little dig there from number, 38? After the whistle. 36, just kidding. I need my glasses.
You got to look for anything you can as this one rolls down towards Papa Shark Pete Davis, and he'll stop it.
And we got more fans trickling into the game. Guys, got to come out. Free hockey.
They're joining us up to the left of the booth. As now it comes out to the neutral zone. Chipped up the boards. Carmack not able to get it, but gets it over to Godfrey. Now poke check by Lang.
Here's an opportunity.
Now Bearsharks up the other way. Nick Kioster has it knocked off his stick by Witt. And then a fall. I don't know if that was a fall or a push, but Godfrey's trying to get to it. Lang's back for it. Tries to drive in on the backhand, shoots. Papa Shark with the mass, makes the save, gets the cover. 7:05 left to go in this period.
I gotta say the forward there did a great job. Great foot-to-hand coordination, kicking that puck up to his stick so he can get in the zone. Great job of the defenseman just poking it off there last second.
Papa Shark Pete Davis looking like a brick wall between the pipes, using the head or the mask.
Wow.
So now pass to the slot. Almost a chance for Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
I can bring out the voice. I will. That's how. If I'm going to lose my voice, I call a lot of games, but if I'm going to lose my voice, it's using the Batman voice.
Where are the other goals?
Yeah. I can't do it for too long. I also learned that I can do Mort from Madagascar. I'm not going to bring that out either. No one wants to hear that.
I'm impressed.
We are going to have, me and Lena were talking, we're going to have a Madagascar movie night tonight. As I Like to Move It was playing during the family skate earlier.
I thought I saw you out there wiggling your butt.
Hey, what I do during family skate is none of your business. There's a reason I told them they're not allowed to record me out there on the ice.
And we are at fall number 4 for the night.
We hit our game record yesterday of 21.
We did. The players were very good at letting us know what number we hit when they got off. I feel like they're more into it than we are.
And Kyle Russell was the 21st fall, fell down and immediately let us know. It was a wraparound try, shot, and the Moose score!
What a play. What a play. Unselfish. Looked like he was going to tuck it in the wraparound. Instead, made a beautiful pass to the slot.
And that's just team offense right there. Tried to get the wraparound, didn't go. Papa Shark making the initial save, and it was left in the slot, lifted perfectly, finds the back of the net, and now the Moose with the 1-goal lead.
This has been a great start on a Friday night. The pace has been fantastic.
Not too many whistles. Both teams getting to rotate their lines out. It's been a good one as Conrad tries to cut in, has it stolen away. Now the Moose going to try to move it up the other way.
Oh, great play, great move.
Good chip off the board by Patrick Jones. He takes a spill. That's what they call competitive contact, as Brennan Bogle was cutting him off. And now that's number 6. Got 6 falls. Is that one in the skates of Stevens?
A lot of body contact tonight.
A lot of competitive contact.
Competitive. I really do like that term.
Shout out USA Hockey for their coaching modules that help me learn a new term, as that one is whistled for and offsides.
I must say that offsides was a little delayed. Looked like both players weren't paying attention to where they were, but refs with a good quick whistle. G's getting ready to drop this puck. Thank you to the refs for coming out and doing this for us. We really appreciate you guys. And if G, if you're watching this after the game, don't worry. I'll still slip you that 20.
Well, luckily you're not playing today, so it's not a competitive advantage. We'll switch competitive contact for competitive advantage. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. On Sunday, I'm not going to be here, so there might not be any evidence of 20s passed around. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. Not my monkey, not my circus, since this one is down the ice.
Maybe I should get some meta glasses and start filming during the games.
There you go. Get them. Eventually, we're going to get meta contacts where they're just glued to your eyeballs.
Ugh.
Maybe they just trade your eyes out for cameras.
That's true.
Let's please not get there.
Oh, what a great defensive play.
That was Case Guard. Now passed up to Nick Kioster. Kioster looking for Ash. A shot, that one.
Ooh, right
goes
off the
wide.
ankles. That one hurts.
Rolls in on Newmeyer. Witt takes it away. Now he's going to take some time and just slip it lightly up to a teammate. And now back forward is Stevens. Excuse me.
You know, the Bearsharks are a much quicker team than the Moose, but the Moose play well as a team, and that's a great advantage for them tonight.
And they're showing the chemistry as Witt's driving into the slot, takes a shot.
We call that just a bit outside.
Looked like maybe caught a skate of a Bearshark as it was on its way. Now out to the point. Bearsharks moving into the slot. Stevens tries to fire it, just gets a more of a golf chip shot on it. Another shot, that one goes wide of the net.
And for those keeping track at home, we're at fall count number 7.
Now Case Guard. 0-on-2 a shot, Newmeyer save. Case Guard goes for the wraparound, kicks it to the slot, no one was there. Ash skates into it, a shot that blocked to the far side half wall. Godfrey now chips it up, not out. Kept in for a moment, trying to chip it up the boards. Looks like Kioser's battling for it. Witt chips it up the boards, now cleared out of the zone. Batman's going to be on the breakaway, unless Lane can get back. Batman drives and shoots, save, off the back, and it's in!
Wow. Made a great save. Unfortunately, just an unlucky puck bounce there, just off the back of the goalie into the net.
We talk about puck luck. I mean, Batman on the rush, taking a shot. Papa Shark once again making the initial save. Lands on the back. It's one of those where if you don't know, just don't move. Maybe you get a lucky whistle. Tried to turn, tried to grab it, ends up in the back of the net, and now we've got a 2-goal lead for this Moose team.
In the first, that's an early lead. But you know what they say in hockey? 2-goal lead is a what?
Most dangerous lead.
Most dangerous lead. Let's see if this team, Bearsharks, can turn this around. Oh, great opportunity here.
Stays in the zone, but Moose get it out. Now sent in by Conrad. Rings around the boards to the far side corner. Barley back for it. Barley chips it up, and we're going to get a spill there. That one's not competitive contact. That's just some slick ice, and now we get another fall.
It was the blue line's fault on that one I saw. Just jumped up and grabbed his ankles.
Swear the blue line jumped in front of him.
A little competitive contact with the blue line.
Now Conrad with it on the backhand.
Doing a great job. His best impression of Nathan McKinnon there.
Unfortunately didn't get the goal scorer's touch that Nathan McKinnon has. Is now chipped up. Godfrey skating into it. Tried to win the race. A good stick defensively by the Bearsharks.
Great acceleration there.
Godfrey has shown off some great speed.
Well, it does help. He's 12 foot tall.
I mean, that's a scary guy out there on the ice. Luckily, there's not too much contact in this league because definitely a bruiser is now in after it are the Bearsharks. Conrad looking for Mercadante, gets it to him. Mercadante shoots.
Oh.
Newmeyer save another shot, and
go.
Bogle tucks it in.
That 2-goal lead.
So the Bearsharks cut into the lead. We mentioned 2 goals being the most dangerous. They get one on the board, and it looked like the first goal, the way that the Moose got it, off of a shot, a rebound comes out, and Bogle able to lift it up, gets a goal in this one.
One of the best things about Beer League is controlling those shots. As a goalie, if you can't, those rebounds are going to pop out for juicy opportunities.
And now Batman, who scored the second goal for the Moose, is going to try to drive in, cuts inside, has it on a stick, takes a shot. That one's blocked by Ballinger. Now up the other way, Bogle. Bogle gets a stick of Witt there, but no penalty.
Looks like he got away with one there.
Yeah, thought that could have gone either way. Officials letting him play a little bit. Do want to mention the Lightning are up 2-1. A shot in on Papa Shark. He makes a save.
I'm not gonna lie, for a quick second there, I thought that one snuck through.
And we want to take a second to thank today's broadcast sponsor, Ash Built Construction. If you're looking to get a custom-built home in the Lakeland area, a lot of people moving here. If you're looking to get your home built, contact Ash Built Construction. They'll take care of you, I promise. I swear by it.
A great one-handed carry there. That was a beautiful move.
And now we're going to get a whistle. Looks like we're getting a penalty. It's going to be a high stick, and Batman is going to the box. So what will Gotham City do? What will the Polk Athletic Complex do without a force of justice on the ice? It's got the black and yellow stick. I just now realized it. You can see him headed to the box. Crime might strike on the ice. We'll see if the Bearsharks power play can find a way to tie this one up.
I have a feeling they might just tuck one in. Oh, we almost had there.
And there it is. It rings iron.
Wow.
And it's in. Wasting no time are the Bearsharks.
No commentary curse there. That was right on target.
A beautiful shot. We're tied up.
It's a whole new hockey game. Hey, you called it there. I didn't think it would come that quick, but man, that came within seconds.
Looks like we got a Bearshark fan in the box. Just realized over there. I thought that was a player in the penalty box, but got a young fan over there. A future Bearshark, if I might add.
So is that our new baby shark?
No. As Papa Shark Pete Davis said, it's his son Tyler Davis. Talked to us about a phone call he got after. We can't say the words that were said on the phone call on the air, but let's just say that it was not the best of phone calls. But maybe we do have a new baby shark. A baby bear shark. As Witt tried to skate into that one. Now taken away by Kioster. Kioster has guard. Kioster drives in, shoots, passes it to guard.
What a pass.
And guard almost able to find that one. Took a spill. Newmeyer maybe got a stick on it.
That does now put us double digits for the game so far in only one period.
So a double-digit fall period. Both teams with 2 goals. There's still plenty of action. Still 24 minutes left to go. Both teams will take a breather. Mercadante waving over to some
good,
fans.
Quick math.
You know, I'm not necessarily the best math guy, but I can do some simple math. I don't know about this Common Core stuff they're teaching, but when I was learning math, it was sliding the abacus over still. They still use those, I promise. The blocks that click together. You had the shapes, like all that stuff. That was prime peak math learning in elementary school. Now I don't know what they're teaching.
I try to do my kids' homework, whether I have no idea what's going on.
We're getting word from the comments. I'm not quite sure if this is true. That is the Bearsharks GM over there.
Wow.
So making all the calls. It's doing the scouting report, trying to maybe work out some trades. I don't know. I don't know what the trade deadline is for the AHL. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to be the Elliot Friedman of this league. And
I like that. Maybe I need to get out there. I need a PTO. I need a professional trial for these boys. I want one of those jerseys.
Now we're starting to see some comments as we got some fans for the Bearsharks. As mentioned, the Bearsharks have that 2-goal comeback, and now we're all tied up. So the Moose have to find a way to stop this momentum. The Bearsharks looking to get revenge for that loss the other day that they served. And during this intermission, I also want to shout out the Slapshot Bar and Grill. Me and Lena having a burger today, giving us some Celsius. You know, I didn't realize how good water was until I had a Smart Water earlier from the Slapshot Bar and Grill. Lena laughed at me when I said how good the water was, and then she tried it. She was like, that was crisp. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but after skating for 45 minutes, which isn't a long time, but it was a lot for me,
I understand
that water hit completely different.
I understand that.
And there's your Gen Z lingo. Hit different. No, I can't explain what it means. Don't ask. I couldn't tell you. As the puck is dropped, Moose come away with the opening faceoff as we start the second period.
You can definitely tell the 2 different game experience here between the Moose and the Bearsharks. Bearsharks' speed is fantastic, but the absolute teamwork and work ethic of the Moose is amazing. So it's going to be a great battle for the rest of these 2 periods we have left.
As Bogle's got the puck back behind, tries to fire it towards the slot. Newmeyer makes the initial save.
Ooh, almost snuck that in his own goalie.
Well, was trying to give Newmeyer some help, and a good little stick there allowed him to get the glove on it. So now sent around. Moose going to send it out, and it's going to bounce over the stick of Mercadante, who slams into the boards.
I must say, though, he did a great job keeping his feet.
Yeah, and good effort to try to keep it in the zone, just not able to, but sends it back in there. Bearsharks had to touch up. Bogle's going to skate in after it. Now chipped up the boards. Moose with it. They're going to send it into the zone, but no offsides. Bearsharks sent it into the Moose zone. Now on the backhand, Newmeyer sticks that one out to the side. Moose trying to get it out. Skating down into it. Conrad, a shot. That one rolls in on Newmeyer, just goes wide. Heidel has Mercadante. Mercadante lines up a slap shot.
What a shot.
That one off the skate of Barley.
Ooh.
Now to the near side half wall. Barley took a fall there.
He did just take a shot right to the top of the ankle there.
We won't count that one. And now we'll get a whistle. So both teams will get some fresh legs out there.
Tell you what, this game has been exciting. A lot of action, a lot of shots, a lot of back and forth. You know, I really don't know which way it's going to go.
It feels like it's just whichever team can get a little bit of momentum going their way. Right now, the Bearsharks are holding on to it, but as that one's called for an icing. But the Moose really aren't out of this game. I mean, I know the score's tied, but neither team has really found their legs early in this period, and both teams started to find them later in the period, in that first period. So it's just a matter of both teams getting their legs underneath them, keeping the puck moving. You got to get it moving in the right direction. Can't spend a lot of time in your own zone.
Find that rhythm.
This Bearshark's going to keep it in a hard shot. That one goes wide of the net. That was Derek Lang as we get a whistle.
That's the second little poke there. I wonder how long the Moose are going to let that happen before someone steps up.
Yeah, you see it every once in a while. You see a couple pokes, some looks for the loose change. So this one's coming out to the point for Lang. Lang tried to get it over to Ballinger.
That was a great, smart play. I think he should have shot it there. He had a good lane to look at.
Yeah, there was some good traffic in front. As this one's going to go down to Papa Shark Pete Davis. No icing.
Comes out to play that puck. What a pass.
Flips out the board, is looking for an assist on the season.
What a pass.
And Jason Asher's driving in, had it taken away by Barley, and now chipped up by Stevens. But Ballinger comes away with it. Now it's dropped back for Ash as Ballinger had to wait for Conrad to get onside. And now up the other way, the Moose. Knocked off the stick there. Now Conrad.
There's more of that speed we were talking about earlier.
Barrett Conrad cuts back, takes a spill. Looks like maybe just dug the toes in there. I mean, that's what I looked like in family skate, so I'm not allowed to talk.
Call that a toe pick.
There we go. See, I didn't even know that was called. And Lena was out there on the ice too.
I'm sure never fell. Looking amazing, just gliding on the ice.
She got her brand new green skates out there. Didn't fall a single time. Not that I saw, at least. And it doesn't. She's motioning over that she fell once. You know, I will say I had a pretty graceful fall. It would have been a good hockey stop if I stayed on my feet, but unfortunately I didn't. But I slid down to the ice in the right form. So, like I was telling everybody, it's just about being able to skate. It's not about being able to stop. You don't have to stop to score goals. You have to skate to score goals.
Exactly. Don't we call that the Luis Mendoza for those of you that watch Mighty Ducks? It's all about the speed. The wall's there to stop you.
Exactly. Like I said, you got to get the puck moving in the right direction, not stopping in the right direction. That's all I've got to say. So as long as I can get my legs underneath them, I'm already being scouted by a couple teams in the novice league. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna say anything.
You need an agent?
I might.
I got you. Hopefully we're gonna see another big shot here from the point.
That one goes wide. Looks like Newmeyer got a piece of it. Shark's still with it. Comes out to Mercadante. Mercadante fires it. That one goes wide. Maybe a slap pass, and the Bearsharks score.
That is definitely an intentional shot pass off the boards.
Looks like Brennan Bogle's got his second of the game.
They executed that play to perfection. I heard them in the locker room earlier drawing that up.
What were you doing in the locker room?
Well, don't you know? There's beers in the locker room. It is beer league.
Putting the beer in beer league. You know what? That would get me in the locker room.
Oh, what a good job.
I was hoping you were doing some rinkside reporting, getting some pregame interviews. But I'll accept that answer as well. I guess that's respectable. This is beer league. As Witt gets that one He's going to skate it up the other way. Cuts back as Bogle was looking for a poke check. And now Godfrey with it. Going to flip it to the near side half wall. Carmack's going to skate into it. Shot that one. Bounces high in the air. Godfrey was skating down into it. Bogle trying to get it out of the zone.
The
Bearsharks clear it out.
More and more good here with them just moving the puck up and down. The shots have just been fantastic. Great opportunities from both sides.
Now the Moose onside. Trying to get a little shovel pass there. Bearsharks up the other way. Kioster fresh off the bench.
If it wasn't for both goalies playing absolutely fantastic, this score would be a lot higher than it is already.
And Carmack was looking to get sprung on the breakaway there. And yeah, you got to give a shout out to both these goaltenders. Playing a good one. This is the Moose first game of the week, so haven't played in a couple of days. And
which seems so strange right now from all the teams we've seen playing back-to-backs.
And the Bearsharks a day break in between their game and on Wednesday and this game here as they drive in. This one shot into the chest of Newmeyer, uses a stick, and is going to cover it up. 6:25 left to go.
For all those watching right now, there is something missing from tonight, and I wonder if you guys can guess what it is. If you know, drop a comment in the box. If you guess it right, next beer's on me.
Well, I would say there's two answers. There could be two answers to this. There's one person for the Moose that's not dressed tonight. That is quite literally the heart and soul of this league.
Of this arena? Of just hockey?
Just in general. We're missing the oldest player in the AHL.
Well, that's because I'm up here.
I wouldn't say you're the oldest. What, you're like 23, 24?
Now, that one will get you a laugh.
See, there we go.
That's also a drink after.
That's all I was asking for. Well, the laugh. But I'll take the drink too, but I was really just going for the laughs. I'm in this for the laughs.
Here we go with a great opportunity. What a shot. What a shot.
Yeah, Bill Barra is not playing in today's game. We got someone already getting the right answer is Batman. Driving in, looking for the second of the game, tries to get to Godfrey. Good defense by Lang. Lang was originally slotted in at forward, but made the move to defense right before the game as a shot in. Out of the reach there. Now Bearsharks up the other way.
Here's an opportunity.
Conrad using the speed, has Kioster back. A good stick by Jones, but still in. Jason Ash tried to get to Conrad. Comes to Kioster. Kioster
3-on-1 opportunity.
Goes the back door, and that one takes a crazy bounce and is in the back of the net. Nick Kioster the other day had a bar-down goal for this team, and that's a goal scorer shot right there. Caught the inside of the pad of Newmeyer and found the back of the net.
That was what we call a seeing eye shot right there. Just picked his spot and put it there. No chance for the netminder.
So now the turntables and a 2-goal lead for the Bearsharks. Yes, I know I said turntables.
How the turntables have turned.
Absolutely, exactly. I know I said it wrong. I meant to say it that way, I promise.
I knew exactly what you were doing.
Okay, I'm glad. Some people don't get the reference. They don't understand what I'm saying. And they're like, you're stupid. No, I said it that way on purpose. You just didn't understand as we see a little competitive contact there along the blue line. Sharks come away with it.
Good battle for the puck on the blue line there.
Now Case Guard back for it, settling things down.
No quit on that puck. Look at that. Just absolute hustle. Just keeps getting the puck back.
Now Sharks trying to take it in. Heidel driving in. Sharp angle to shot. Newmeyer makes the save. Witt settles it down. Passes it up towards the blue line, but not out. Cut them by the Sharks. A hard shot. Bounces off the pad of Newmeyer. Goes out to the far side half wall. Bogle, stick lift. Gets it further into the zone. Now Case Guard.
Sharks are all over him this period.
Moose clear it out. Tim Totten's arm up for an offsides. So the Moose will have some time. They'll get it in the neutral zone and try to skate it up. Little contact there between a Shark and a Moose. Bearshark and a Moose.
There. So if a bear shark and a moose meet in the woods, who wins?
I don't know. That's a tough one. It depends on how the neck of the shark is working. You know, like when I see the jersey, I'm like, wow, you know, I just don't know if it's like the full body has to move. Does the shark neck turn? Because I feel like if the moose gets low enough as a shot, that one just goes wide of the net.
Oh, some more of that competitive contact. And those for you keeping track at home, that is fall count number 12.
That's it. I feel like, you know, this is a pretty good game.
Excuse me, 13.
13 is the Moose are going off, getting some fresh legs in the middle of a shift change. Brennan Bogle kicks it up to Wendell. Wendell driving it in.
Doing a great job with a one-handed carry there.
Takes a shot. That one goes wide. Used the one hand for the shot, it looks like, as well. So now a pass out, comes out to the slot. A shot there by Lang goes wide.
Had that corner pick had he not missed it wide.
Now rolls back behind Newmeyer. Pioster scored probably the craziest goal of the game so far. Now it's in the skates of Lang. And Witt able to chip it up.
Go.
And now a chance for Godfrey. Got some speed.
Good opportunity here.
Driving in. Shoots. A save by Papa Shark. Pete Davis gets the cover with 2:21 left to go.
There. What a save. Papa Shark coming out on the top of his crease, getting big, faced a shot, gave him nothing to go for, and he just scoops it up right in his chest.
Starting to become a battle as old as time itself. As we've seen Godfrey and Papa Shark Pete Davis go back and forth. Well, I say it back and forth. I've seen it twice. Papa Shark Pete Davis comes out with big saves both times as that one shot goes into the far side corner. Now Kioster trying to flip it out of the zone is successful. Now back for it, Batman. A high flip, but not too high. And now Lang's in a backhanded out to Conrad. Conrad with a good touch pass to Kioster. Who has time and space, skates it in. Pressured along the far half wall by Jones. Now Batman flips it once again out into Godfrey, who gets a stick on it.
There we go, another opportunity.
It's driving in out wide. Drives in on the backhand, shoots, and Papa Shark Pete Davis, another big save.
Kicks that leg out, takes away, and shuts the door.
Excellent patience there. And now Batman out at the blue line. Takes a hard shot, goes off the stick of Conrad, and now Bearsharks flip it out. Kioster is going to go off for a change, trying to chase after that one, and Batman dumps it in.
And I'll tell you what, Batman has been all over the ice tonight.
Has had some good shifts defensively for this team, because now it's flipped up to Heidel. Heidel has Bogle, but Batman flips it up and out of the zone. It's going to go down the ice, no icing.
One of those flips are going to connect for another breakaway. I can feel it.
It's good vision to just flip it down the ice, allow a teammate to skate into it. Witt skates into that one and breaks up a pass as Heidel was going for Bogle. And now Witt back behind, taken away by Conrad, but Witt able to recover it. Conrad not able to play that one cleanly. Now gets it up to Godfrey. Godfrey using the backhand. The puck was behind him. Moves it up. But now the Bearsharks going to flip it up and into the zone. No icing. Says it was off the stick of Conrad. Heidel's going to skate after it. Final 20 seconds of the second period. We're going to see a penalty now and a power play for the Moose. They've got the puck, a backhand pass to Godfrey.
Can they score right before this period ends?
And we're going to get the whistle. We're going to get the penalty call. It's going to be a trip.
Uh-oh, here we go. Little smack talk. Little push. Too careful, he's going to end up in the box himself.
So Batman's going off. Heidel's to the box. So now an opportunity for the Moose on the power play to end this period, and they're going to have a minute 51 of carryover power play time.
I don't know, we do have 9 seconds. We could see a quick goal like we did right at the end of the first.
We did see a quick goal by the Bearsharks on the power play. Got that top unit out there for the Moose. Godfrey wins the draw, comes out to Barley. Barley takes a shot, it rolls off the post. But the clock's not started. So they're getting extra time. Someone's going to see it, blow the whistle. Papa Shark with the glove save. What is happening? The clock's now running, and now we get the buzzer. So some extra time for the Moose. Papa Shark Pete Davis makes an insane glove save. I'm going to need to go back and look at that one. That was absolutely insane. So a minute 51 still of power play time for the Moose in the third period. We're going to take a short 30-second break, and we will be back when both teams are set to go for the third period here on the Southern Hockey Network. So we are set to go for the third period. A minute 51 of power play time for the Moose to start this one off. They need to take advantage, get a goal on the board, cut into this lead. As they get it in the zone, a little bit of contact there. Case Guard now back with it, trying to flip it out of the zone. Sharks get it up towards the blue line, is going to escape just off the stick of Barley. Case Guard trying to drive it. And now we're going to get a penalty going on the Moose. And that's going to be interference. Barley is just headed straight into the box. So we're going to get some 4-on-4. Haven't seen too much of that. It's going to be a minute 24 of 4-on-4. So going to get some 4-on-4 action now.
Definitely see a little arguing on the bench there.
And not happy about that call. It was an interference call. I do agree with it. I do think it was light contact as Kyosher takes a shot. That one goes wide. That man flips it up the boards. Stays in the zone. An excellent keeping by the Sharks. It's now Mercadante takes a shot. That one's in!
Wow, what a shot. What a shot. What a celly.
And his family is up to our left there cheering. They're excited. He points up to him. Came over during the intermission, blew a kiss to the family. Now he's got a goal. So maybe it's good luck. Having the family at the game is going to make you put goals in the back of the net. And he's got one here, and now a 5-2 lead for the Bearsharks.
You always seem to play with a little bit more heart when you've got fans and family in the stands.
And that's why it's important to come out and pack the rink here at the PAC, the Polk Athletic Complex. Whether it's any day during the week, we've got games, all of them. So every day but Saturday for the most part. And tomorrow there's a lot going on as that one goes up into the rafters. Got a low ceiling here, and tomorrow there's a card show. So if you like Pokemon, sports cards.
I'm into Pokemon.
There's 50 vendors here tomorrow. There's plenty to do. There's also a come meet the board. So if you're just coming out to ask questions, find new things out about the rink, tomorrow it's the place to be. Free skating, come on out. It's going to be a great time as this one's shot in.
Come out, get a good skate on, and try to catch them all.
Got to catch them all. And, get ready for next season,
Someone's got to get ready for next season.
I'm almost ready. I'm in the talk of getting some hockey pants. Like I said, I've already got the stick and the skates. I just need to learn how to skate. Well, actually, I'd say today I felt really confident about my skating ability. It's just the stopping part, like I said.
Great opportunity. That was a
That's
great
a
move.
turning shot by Lang from that half wall.
Great shot.
The pressure now from the Bearsharks. Lang tried to get to Bogle, passed it behind him. Bogle's got 2 in this one, fires it towards the net. Batman flips it on the backhand out of the zone.
That one does not count as a fall. That just counts as great defense.
That was great defense.
But just for those keeping counting,
it back to Batman.
We are at number 15, and that is what we call an unsportsmanlike play, smacking the stick out of the hand.
Looks like Patrick Jones now to the box, and
looks like they're going to have a party over there in the sin bin.
So now it's going to be a 4-on-3 for the Bearsharks.
It's a little deceiving over there. It looks like we have 2 and 2 in the sin bin, but it's 2 moose, 1 shark, and the GM for some reason just hanging out in the sin bin.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely writing down something. I'm not sure if
is he scouting the game?
I don't know if it's scouting or actually doing homework. I'm not quite sure.
Ooh.
It's almost the end of the school year. If you're getting homework from your teachers on a Friday, that's criminal.
Another great save by the goalie. Both of them looking stoic in the net tonight. By the way, I took a quick walk, used the restroom. Lots of fans downstairs. It's packing in. Make sure you guys get here. Free hockey. It's a great atmosphere, great food, great drinks. And of course, great people. Good job keeping the puck in there. A little back and forth right now. Oh, looks like we're going to have too many men.
Hey, you can't. Well, it looks like. We'll see what the official call is. I mean, there were 6 skaters out, but it was a player stepping out.
It's the Shark player that jumped off the bench, immediately played the puck.
And now Brennan Bogle is going to go serve a penalty now. So right after they would have had a 5-on-3, they take a too many men call.
Right now, the Sharks are just playing musical chairs in the penalty box.
So it'll still be a 4-on-3 for 32 seconds.
I'll tell you what, though, as a player, a 4-on-3 or a 4-on-4, that is a great opportunity. You've got much more ice to skate in. You've got a lot more opportunities and time and space. So the hockey tends to get a little bit more competitive during 4-on-4 or a 4-on-3.
And I love extra space. It really allows players to create, show off the skill. So now the Sharks try to get up the other way. Witt back forward as that was just out of the reach. Now he'll cut back in the own zone and just flip it down the ice. Now there is no icing as they are technically on the PK currently for the next 11 seconds. And now Witt flips it out of the zone. Tries to kill off the final 2 seconds. Godfrey's going to skate back for it. So now we're back to 4-on-4 for the next minute, and then a short 22-second power play for the Moose.
Oh,
now pass to Godfrey in the slot. Tries to handle it, shoots, and he scores!
What a pass. What a shot. That was a great play by the Moose.
And you've talked about the teamwork from this team. Barley getting the pass over to Godfrey. Godfrey putting it in the back of the net, and now that dreaded 2-goal lead. And still some 4-on-4.
This has been a great game.
So now a chance. The Moose having some momentum. I talked about it. It's just about getting momentum as we still got 9 minutes left. Witt's going to drive in. Forced out wide. Cuts back. Looks to get it to Barley. Chops it across towards Carmack. Now taken up by the Sharks. And now we're going to get a penalty.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, the officials are not letting anything go in this one as Conrad kept in for a moment. Off the stick of the Moose, back behind the net. Conrad with it, turns it around. Newmeyer was looking for a cover. Still loose for the Bearsharks. Another shot rings around the net. Comes out to Mercadante. Mercadante a shot. That one's blocked.
Unfortunately, I do think that they missed the whistle there. Other player did have control.
And now we're going to get some possession, and that's going to be the whistle. The Sharks were buzzing around, moving the puck. In order to get the whistle, the Moose had to possess it.
Well, the only problem is possession is in the eye of the beholder. Sometimes just touching it or directing it, a ref can blow it dead. Sometimes you have to gain full control of the puck. So it's one of those things that's up to the discretion of the referee. Looks like the goaltender's having a little bit of equipment issues just before this power play. Getting a little hand from his teammate there.
So there's going to be 17 seconds of 4-on-4 time. And then it's going to become a power play for the Bearsharks. And they've already scored on one today. As Lang now with the puck. Fires it towards the net. Goes wide of Newmeyer.
Lang did a great job changing the angle of his shot there.
K's guard tries to pass it across. Backhanded out of the zone. And now the Bearsharks will be back at full strength. As Kioser's going to step over. As Bogle stepped out of the box and Batman flipped that one out of the zone, took a little spill there. That counts as a fall, I think, even if you were trying to flip it down the ice. And now we're going to get a whistle for an icing, and that's just something you can't do when you're on the power play. I don't care who you are. You cannot ice the puck on the power play, as this one's going to come all the way back down into the Bearshark zone.
Are we considering that fall 16?
I'm surprised you're still counting. I just think they're falls now. But we'll count that as 16 if that's where we're at, because I wasn't even sure where we were at.
I didn't count the last couple because they were either created by a trip or great defensive plays.
If they're not caused by yourself or the puck is not in the area defensively, then it's a fall. That one escapes the zone. Bearshark's going to touch up. Lang with it.
Ooh.
Sharks with it. Kioser
Batman's doing a great job blocking
gets
shots.
it over to Lang. Lang a shot. Newmeyer gets it with the glove. And we'll get a whistle. With that whistle, once again, I want to take a second to shout out our broadcast sponsor, Ash Built Construction. If you're looking for a custom home built here in the Lakeland area or anywhere in Polk County, reach out to Ash Built Construction. They're going to take care of you. You can tell them Gavin sent you from the Southern Hockey Network.
Does that mean we get a discount?
I don't know. Maybe it does.
I'm looking for a home.
Well, I'm far away from having the money to build a home. But if you do have the money to build a home, Ash Built Construction is who you need to reach out to. They do a great job. I promise they're going to take care of you. As this one's sent in by the Bearsharks, slipped out once again by the Moose. 30 seconds left to go on the power play.
This game has really opened up.
Now Stutz backhand into the zone. Out of the reach of Lang. Lang flipped up to Kioster. Kioster trying to send it down. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Sharks going to send it into the zone. That's Jason Ash. Now Batman, a high flip. Flips it down the ice, and it's not going to be an icing because he flipped it before the player stepped out of the box, and we're back to even strength. 6:18 left to go.
Oh.
And now a hard kick there by Stutz. Showing off the soccer skills, but unfortunately caught it in a place where there's not too much padding. And now Ash trying to get it to Bogle. Bogle, one-on-one versus Batman. Bogle looking for the hat. He skates inside. He shoots Newmeyer with the blocker. Came out loose for Conrad. And a good stick defensively by Barley kept that one from finding the back of the net. Now Godfrey flips it across to the far side half wall. Sent up by Mercadante.
Great opportunity on that cutback play. Give himself some space to create a great shot.
Now Ash skating into it. Takes a shot. Newmeyer saved down in front. Flipped out again by Batman on the backhand. That backhand flip.
That backhand flip is happening over and I was just going to mention, man, you've been saying that a lot this game. Batman is just all over the defensive zone.
Now Conrad skates in a shot. Newmeyer is saved. Batman backhands it out of the zone. No, stays in. Conrad's keeping it in for the moment.
Great hustle from Conrad.
Gets it over to Mercadante. Mercadante shot. Batman falling on the ground makes a block. Now it's cleared out of the zone. Barley sends it down. Not going to have enough for icing. 5:08 left to go.
He's Batman. Because I'm Batman.
There's the voice. Again, if I do that too many times, I will lose the voice. I'm not trying to. I've got games to call next week. As a shot rings iron from Mercadante. Oh, that's my favorite sound. No matter which way it goes, it sucks if you're the goal scorer. It's beautiful if you're the goalie. as now Godfrey up the other way for the Moose.
That was a beautiful shot.
Has it on the backhand, skates it into center ice, loses it, drops it for Witt, takes out Kioster.
And we
Witt
have 2
tells
for
it
1.
down, trying to shoot. That's 19 falls. Witt forced into the corner. Comes out to Carmack. Carmack a shot. Papa Shark beat Davis
Papa
a
Shark
save.
with a great save.
Now Kioster the other way. Kioster, a good stick there by Barley. Flips it back into the Bearshark zone. Mercadante sends it up. Witt gets the stick, stops the pass to Guard. Witt gets it to Barley. Barley backhands it. Kioster flips it up. Now kept by Barley, taken away by Wendell. Now Witt through the neutral zone.
Both teams taking chances. We're seeing a lot of opportunities here.
There's a shot by Godfrey off the mask. Moose trying to control it. Backhands in. Sharks come away with it. Kioster is going to try to skate it up in the neutral zone. Flips it up the boards. Gets past Carmack. Drives it deep. Barley's back there. Gets a stick on it. Still in the zone. Carmack takes the fall. Excuse me. Now we get some competitive contact. No penalties there as they just collide into each other. Let's
Just
hope.
had 3 falls in a matter of a second. What does that bring us to?
22. We broke the
22.
record. Well, Kyle Russell, you've got some work to do. We know you set the senior miles with 21 in that game yesterday. As we get a whistle, Witt was offsides, and hopefully both of those players who collided there in center ice are okay. It looks like a Shark looking at the shoulder, and Godfrey was part of it for the Moose.
I saw them both tap each other. Good sportsmanship there. Obviously, incidental contact. Both didn't see each other and just kind of, just during the play, just slipped into each other there.
Well, that's why in 8U they teach you positioning, and some of these people picking up hockey later in life don't get that. Again, learning on my USA Hockey coaching modules.
Those things are very useful.
They are very useful. I've learned a lot, and it's helped my broadcasting already. It's like, looks like we're getting once again, Newmeyer fixing some of the padding is good to go. Puck's drop. Bogle comes away with it.
A lot of respect
good
for the
pass.
goalies in these leagues. A lot of respect.
You got to make sure your pads are set up, because if not, there's a chance you get hurt. And
I mean, they're already crazy enough as it is to stand in front of a fast-moving, hard object. But if that pad moves just out of the way, you could be looking at broken bones.
as Bogle tried a backhand pass there. Now trying to flip it out of the zone are the Moose. Conrad, center ice with it. Had it in the slot, forced out to the near side corner. Wraps it around the boards. Out of the reach of Heidel. Ballinger's going to cut it off. 250 left to go. Shot in. Off the skate. Gets it up to Jones.
I'll tell you what, I do know the score is 5-3, but the defensive play of the Moose do not reflect that. There's been some crazy bounces that happen to go the Bearsharks' way because the goalie's been playing out of their mind, but their defensive plays tonight have been fantastic, especially Batman all over the place.
Especially late in this third period. Haven't really given up too many opportunities as Conrad fans on a pass there, but now comes away with it.
It's a 2-on-1.
Going up with Heidel, passes it over, out of the reach. Heidel was just cutting a little bit too wide for that one. It gets it to the slot. Derek Lang tried to keep it in. Patrick Jones trying to get going the other way. Ballinger, good stick on the back check. But Stutz skates into it, gives it to Jones. Jones a shot, Papa Shark a save, another shot, another save. Backhand try, that goes wide of the net.
What a great job.
Papa Shark sprawling, it's still loose. And now it looks like we are going to get a whistle as he's going to cover it up with 151.
4 shots, back to back to back to back.
Start the highlight reel.
That's what we need. We just need a Papa Shark highlight reel.
We do.
You know, I know a song we should play.
I don't know if I can get the rights to that. I might bankrupt myself trying to get the rights. Would it be worth it? Absolutely. As puck is dropped, Sharks come away with it but can't get it out of the zone. Barley sends it back in. Now sent up the boards. Sharks trying to get it out. It's going to escape the zone. Moose are going to have to touch up. A pass back to Batman.
Moose have really stepped it up in the third here. They might have an opportunity to tie this one up.
Jones gets it to Godfrey. Godfrey overskates it, and now Sharks up the other way. Driving in. A 2-on-1, a hard shot. That one lifts just above the net. Kioster takes a shot. Batman sacrificing the body. Another stick. Newmeyer gets the cover, and we've got 1:19 left to go.
Batman just using his body all game. Just stopping shots. Getting a little bit of love from his goalie there.
and doesn't even look like has any padding under the pants. You know, isn't wearing typical hockey pants. Looks like maybe some motocross pants or BMX.
I'm gonna say that. I must say that's a little unusual, but a little unorthodox. But hey, it's working for him. I like him playing defense for me.
As he backhand flips it, but not out of the zone that time. It's a good job by the Bearsharks reading that one, and now Batman's going to flip it up the boards.
He is
kept
all
in
over the place
by Ash. And now flipped up by Batman. Gets over the stick of Mercadante.
That's a forehand flip.
Godfrey driving in, tries to cut inside, gets inside, guards back for it, takes it away on the back check. 55 seconds left to go. Godfrey comes away with it, trying to use the one-hand driving towards the net, has it taken away. Mercadante and Guard cutting him off there. Trying to clear it out of the zone was Guard. Witt now with it. Witt takes a shot. That one blocked in front
really
by Ash.
Putting pressure on right now.
And the net's empty, so 6-on-5 for the Moose. They keep it for a moment. Backhand try. Witt sends it towards the slot. Goes just through the blue paint. 20 seconds left to go. Ash trying to backhand it out. Kept in by Witt.
Tied up.
Witt cuts inside. Backhand pass. Kick to the corner. Passes it to the slot. A shot, and that one's whistled after a save by Papa Shark Pete Davis. And I stopped the clock right on that time. You know, sometimes the score bug on your stream and what the scoreboard here at the rink says are just a couple seconds off, but they both say 11 perfectly. Not 11.5
well,
on
great job.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. As a shot there, rolls in and just bounces out. And Witt takes the spill. We've got 2 players down, and that's gonna do it. The Sharks are gonna take this one 5-3. Started off down 2-0, scored 2, tied it up, built a 4-2 lead. Moose get one back, but the Bearsharks hold on despite a late push 6-on-5 for the Moose.
Fantastic game. The fans are cheering. It's great energy in here. Wow, what a game. What a game. Lots of action. You're missing out if you're not here. You got to be here and check it out. We love that you're watching on the stream, but we'd love to have you here in person too.
So still plenty of action left tonight. We've still got 36 minutes of hockey. When we come back after a fresh ice cut, we will have the Ice Brothers taking on the Ugly Pucklings in our second game. That'll close out our Friday night before we take a break tomorrow, and then we've got a bunch of games on Sunday. So super excited for this next game. This was a great one. We had plenty in store from Gavin Coker, Todd Parker, Lena Kay
and don't
on
forget,
the camera.
Fall count finished at?
I don't remember, 23?
That'd be 24.
24, so broken record. Standard is set. We're going to need to see more falls. And a lot of penalties. I don't think I've ever seen that many penalties. Lena was saying that was a lot of penalties. There's plenty of time spent in the box. Looked like some of these NHL playoff games we've been seeing. But we'll take
because I wasn't on the ice yet.
That's true. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back shortly for another game. You can tune in still here on the Southern Hockey Network. Thanks for joining us for the first game as the Bearsharks take this one 5-3.